This episode of Off the Vine is brought to you by Booking.com. Since 2010, they have helped over 1 billion vacation rental guests find places to stay. That's billion with a B. Head on over to Booking.com and get started on your listing today. Get seen, get booked on Booking.com.
You're listening to Off the Vine with Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Hey, Vinos, real quick, if you are listening right now, which obviously you are or you wouldn't be hearing this, can you hit the subscribe or follow button on whatever platform you're on? Please, that one simple thing helps more than you even realize. It allows me to keep growing on this podcast and making these episodes the best they can possibly be, obviously for you. That's the only favor I'm going to ever ask, okay? It truly means the world to me. Thank you. Now let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Welcome to Off the Vine. Today we have Sparkle Meg in the house. Do you hate that?
Yes.
I knew it. I was like, I'm going to say it.
Is stuck with me forever.
Yeah, I think you got to lean into the Sparkle Meg, and because I feel like that's how people know her from Love is Blind, obviously. We talk about her whole journey, her relationship with Jordan, when she knew it was over, and what phase of life she's in now. And obviously we know from the reunion that she has a little baby and a new man. So we dive into everything with, what do you want to be called?
I think just Megan.
Megan?
Yeah.
Well, some people like Meg. Some people like
my friends call me Megs. Meg.
Megs. What about Maggie Moon?
No.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. Do not call her that. It's Megan. How are you doing? Are you okay?
We're hanging in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's so interesting because we were just talking before we jump on about just like how mean people can be and social media. And like, it's so interesting because people still to this day, I'm like, guys, we're almost in 2026. We know how reality TV works.
Right.
We know there's editing. We know there's 3 million sides to the story, not just the one you see.
Yep.
How are we not learning this yet and being like, wow, I probably shouldn't bully somebody I don't know?
No. Well, and they just get so invested in the outcome that it's like, God, if it doesn't go your way.
It's like people are invested in relationships so hard in love.
Yeah.
And I think they want to see things fail, but then they get mad because they're tuning in for love. But then they're just angry and looking for an outlet in any way. And reality TV seems to be just where people seem to get bullied the most.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, I made the best decision for me.
Right.
You know, Jordan's in a good spot. I'm in a good spot.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah. Who's not good, I'll tell you. It's you at home being a meanie online.
Totally.
Isn't that interesting, though, that you guys are totally fine and happy with, like, you definitely made the right choices for yourselves and they're still upset about it?
Yeah.
Well,
but then it makes you question. You're like, shit, did I do something wrong? Like,
don't do that. I do that all the time. Don't do it. Take it from somebody that is guilty of that. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because you can, I mean.
Oh, you can go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So
everybody does the what if rabbit hole and like the did I or didn't I. The hardest part is when people say, well, you signed up for it. You have no idea what you're signing up for. Even if you've seen it, you've listened to every podcast, you've watched every episode.
Followed like people from past seasons, but like I don't look at their comments. I have no idea.
Exactly. But that's what you have to remember. Yeah. Nobody really is listening to those comments except for you.
Yeah, true.
That's what I always tell myself. I'm like, I get so mad and I'm like, but nobody even.
I mean, honestly, like most of them are kind of entertaining though.
Oh,
there's
100%.
very few that I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like some of them I'm just like, oh, that's funny. Like, let me put that in my playbook.
Yeah, you'll laugh. I mean, it'll be soon. If you're already laughing now at some of them, this shit passes so fast and they'll be on to the next season or whatever other show that
I mean, they already
watching.
have. I feel like it's been, a week since
well, you
I
just
was
have
getting the brunt of it.
The reunion. And
yeah.
That's so hard. Can anyone call you anything but Sparkle Megan? Did you know that name was going to stick with you like even more than it ever did?
No. So I literally there was another Megan on the show, which is why I led with that. But of course, she didn't get shown at all.
Got it. So you just look like you're introducing yourself as Sparkle Megan the whole time without giving context. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I do have a friend group in Denver. There are 2 Megans. And so they call me Sparkle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so instead of like going into the pods like, hey, I'm Megan W.
Yeah.
I just figured that was a little more memorable. I didn't think it was going to be.
Did you watch it back?
What, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So like, because I was laughing because they kept showing you saying Sparkle Megan, Sparkle Megan. And I was like, that's so funny because.
But it's also like, I said that once for each person.
Yeah. It's not like you were just like overdoing the bit where you just kept saying it. It was just so funny because I'm like, I just love how TV works sometimes and I hate it at the same time. But it's just so funny because I'm like, oh, I was telling my friends, oh, Sparkle Meg's coming on the pod. Who, by the way, have you ever seen my best friend Kat who looks like you?
No, you said that. You'll have to show me.
it freaks us out. She's like, I've never thought somebody looks like me. She goes, but every time she saw you on TV, she'd be like, that looks like me. You guys have the same nose and eyes and eyebrows.
Which my nose is very polarizing. Like people are like, oh my God.
Your nose?
She looks like Michael Jackson. I'm like, yeah, beat it, motherfucker.
Yeah, beat it. Oh my gosh. Your nose. Actually, yeah, I believe it. People attacked my nose, my teeth.
Yeah.
I just am like, I always want to shake people. Like Casey was here, as you saw. And I just want to like shake her to be like, stay off social media. But who am I? Because I do the same shit.
True.
Yeah. So I can't, what is that called? Calling the kettle black?
Yeah.
I still don't get it.
Calling the kettle black because the kettle is black. So why?
So
I don't know.
Well, my kettle's pink, so it's confusing. But I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like the obvious.
Yeah. Stating the obvious.
I don't know. You're the smart one here. I feel like you're so smart. I was like looking because you've had multiple careers. You're an entrepreneur. But what was your relationship mindset back in the days when you were just doing the grind? Because I find this a little bit relatable where I haven't been in my feminine era in a hot minute.
Yeah.
I've been in my masculine era to protect myself.
For sure.
And I'm like, do you do that too? Or did you just enjoy the grind and the hustle? Like, what was it?
Yeah. I mean, I think when I was like really in it, like I don't know, I almost like can relate to Jordan a lot. Like I came home during the week, I like was kind of a hermit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I mean, I was pretty protective of like my space and who I let in. And
what caused that though? Because for me, something happened to me where I go, I'm putting all walls up. I'm protecting my peace. I'm scared. And I became this like, I don't know, like more like rough around the edges.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think I've had like a lot of divorce in my family. Like my parents got divorced.
Same.
My sister, a couple times divorced. Yeah. And so it kind of like tainted me a little bit. And
that makes
like,
sense.
I feel like both my mom and my sister, they always like, they were serial monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, divorced when I was in like 20 and my mom's had a boyfriend like ever since.
Yeah.
And then same thing with my sister. Like she's had a boyfriend since she was 12.
Really?
Yeah.
The same one?
No.
God, no.
Oh,
okay. I see what you're saying.
No, but just like, back to back. And then I think I'm kind of the opposite. Just like, it's really hard for me to let people in usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if that's a protective mechanism without even knowing it, or now maybe you're like, no, I'm fully aware. But I do the same thing. And I always think about, I'm really getting into generational trauma and breaking cycles.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I go too hard the other way because I'm like, I'm different and I'm going to do it different.
Right.
And I want to like break the cycle. And I think it takes being a bit of like having walls up to do that. Yeah. But my girlfriend was like, I think it's okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of Hoffman?
Oh,
Institute?
I've been.
Oh, you've been?
Yeah.
Same.
You have?
That's how I got introduced to my current partner. Yeah. So his best friend and I.
changes everything.
Yeah. His best friend and I were on the same week. And that was November of 23. And then fast forward to July of 24, he messaged, because you end up like following people on Instagram, whatever, on your week. So he messaged me when I moved back to Denver and he was like, hey, looks like you're back in Denver. Can't remember if you're married or single, but if you're single, like I'd love to introduce you to my best friend. And I was like, I mean, this was like, 4 months after the show, three and a half months. So I was like,
oh, cosmic.
Very single.
That's so crazy that you have done it. Okay. So my audience, I love you guys, but they make fun of me because the amount of times I'll be like, have you heard of Hoffman? Hoffman, I the inner child. I am. I see you. I love you. Yes. Oh my gosh. That changed my life.
Yeah.
So so everybody that listens probably knows this, but if people don't, they're like, no, we know, Kaitlyn, you talk about it every week. But it's like very much a 6-day, like inner child intensive therapy, 16 hours a day for 6 days. Sometimes you can't. Oh, I still have nightmares about it.
Blisters.
Oh, blister. I brought baseball gloves.
Yeah.
It's very intense. It's very rewarding. It's at times very strange. And you're like, what am I doing here?
Fun.
And then fun.
Playful.
And then you're in the fetal position crying. And it's such a roller coaster, but you come out of it so enlightened. What a perfect time for you to do that.
Yeah.
So you did it. You had filmed Love is Blind?
No. So this was the November prior to Love is Blind. So this
was 2023, you said.
Yeah, November of 23. Then we started filming February of 24. So February through like early April. And then
Okay, so what did you learn about yourself?
oh man. I mean, I think like you said, like just all the walls I had built
Yeah.
up and like, you know, the whole thing is dissecting your patterns from mom and dad. And,
Yep.
you know, I think my whole childhood and life, I always like thought I had some like daddy, you know, it was more like my dad. I think that like he would always make comments about my body and like
Oh, wow.
things like that. And so I think I thought I was holding more resentment towards him. But then
Yeah.
I think through the process, I realized like maybe it's a lot of my mom too.
Yeah. I do that too, where I thought it was all this parent and then
Yeah.
it was actually some of this. And then it's so hard.
Yeah. But then I think like, you know, when they tell you like when you visualize your parents as little children, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it just like puts so much in perspective. And
Well, the brain is so powerful, and you
Yeah.
talk like everyone talks about something shifting, like when you do therapy, when you do
Yeah.
visualizations, when you do all this stuff. That kind of intensive therapy, it shifts very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was the same way. As soon as I like close my eyes and picture them as kids, I would just start sobbing because I was like, oh my God, because this was put on them. And
Right.
and I knew so much about my parents while going in there. So it helped me because when you had to write down what you
Right.
think
That was
happened to
hard.
them and all this, I was just like, I love them so much. They
I
were just
know.
doing their best. I think that was
Yeah.
so rewarding for me because I think a lot of people hold blame to their parents, and I did too. And it was such a forgiving process too.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, and I think like you said, like you always hear that term, like, oh, they were just doing their best. But I would, you know, before Hoffman, I was like, yeah, bullshit. Like,
Same. Yeah.
no, they
Yeah.
weren't.
And then you
But now
dive
you're like,
deep.
oh,
They really were doing their
were.
best. Yeah.
doing the best with what they had and what they knew.
Especially when you get into the age that they were when they had you,
Yeah.
and like now having your own, like it's
Yeah.
just, it changes everything. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you did that.
I know.
So do you think that really like opened your heart and let down your walls to go into the process?
Yeah.
And did that process put them right the fuck back up? Damn
No,
it.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I think, I don't know. I almost think like the Love is Blind thing was an extension of Hoffman because that was the
it is
first time
therapy,
I
yeah.
really got to put that in practice,
Yeah.
especially like in relationship. So yeah, I think it was just, you know, certainly when things ended with Jordan, like I think I still even was better equipped then for
Yeah.
my, you know, the next relationship, this current relationship.
It's so true. It helped me in so many ways that even if something were to go terribly wrong, I would feel, like you said,
Yeah.
more equipped and like sure of who I am
Yeah.
to go into the next phase of
Yeah.
life.
Well, and I think it like, you know, I was able to better, like I knew what I wanted and what I needed in a relationship. And like, if I came across somebody that like, they didn't meet my needs, then
Right.
it was easier for me to be like, okay, like, thank you, next.
Yeah. 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 Thank you for what you've given me. Thank you. Not for me, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. I feel like you said in a confessional that one of the reasons you may have been single for a while because men are also intimidated by your level of success.
Yeah.
Now, I can see this because I think men are so attracted to it at first.
Yeah.
And then their insecurities come out and they are
sure.
programmed and wired to think that they need to be this certain person.
Yeah.
And so then the emasculation comes out and then they get intimidated, but then it comes out as insecurity and then it's like probably beating you down.
Yeah.
Is that how you've experienced
100%.
it? Yeah.
Well, and I can't tell you how many times, like, I mean, after having my success, like the men I would date, they'd be like, oh yeah, I think it's really cool. It's
Yeah.
sexy, whatever. And I'm like, are you sure? Like,
Yeah.
and then, you know, sure as shit, 6-9 months, you know, a year into the
Always 6 to
relationship.
9 months. Yeah. That's when the true colors come
Yeah.
out. Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah. But I think to your point, like, I think a lot of it is kind of the masculine, feminine energy. And like,
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I think I've gotten better about leaning into my feminine, but yeah, I have a hard time.
I have a hard time too.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I mean, it could be similar or different for you, but for me, it's like, it's very much that I've been hurt
Yeah.
and divorced parents and seen certain relationships and then getting cheated on. And then it's like, why would I trust anybody? And why wouldn't I just rely on myself?
Right.
So like the hyper independence kicks in, the
Yep.
masculine energy kicks in, and it's so hard for me to turn it off. I don't want to ask for help.
Nope.
I don't want to be like, I just want to be like, whoa,
I'll do it.
I'll do
Yeah.
it myself. Like
yeah.
I'm really trying to soften because I think it's beautiful to be both. I just don't have that
It's hard
balance
though,
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do
and
you-
that's where like, so Paul, my current partner,
Yeah.
he's been really awesome. And he has to remind me sometimes like, hey, I got this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Whew.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just hear that.
Well, and like sometimes I don't even know if I'm doing it. Like if we have a dinner reservation and I go to check in first and he's like, no, like let me.
Yeah.
And he's very good about like courting me and just like super.
Oh, that's nice.
Manners, like chivalry to the max.
That's really,
which I love.
Which that will help you soften into your feminine energy.
Yeah.
I want to do a whole podcast with somebody that like is an expert in that kind of stuff because I find it fascinating.
Totally.
Maybe you could just chime in for that one and listen. But yeah, I think that's such it can affect dating life for sure. Yeah. So it's nice that you found somebody that can help soften and
like thank God for his patience because I think some guys would be like, you know, she's too much in her masculine. I'm out.
Totally. And they probably don't even recognize that that's what it is, but they just get intimidated. Men get easily intimidated by women, which I think is another thing that they should all dive into. But it's like, I find they always want to date their mom, but then they're mad they're dating their mom. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's not my fault. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, you guys, hear me out. Thanksgiving is not just about the turkey and the pie. I know that's crazy, but it's also about the Macy's parade of deals. Yes, a whole parade of deals. And honestly, I live for a sale. And every day from now until Thanksgiving, there's going to be a brand new daily deal that drops. Now, I grew up watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Even though it wasn't our Thanksgiving in Canada, we still watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It was like a tradition that we did our whole lives. But this, a parade of deals? This is like my grown-up thrill ride. From a Dyson vacuum that makes cleaning feel like a luxury, to a Ninja blender for all my little kitchen experiments, to a classic UGG throw to put on myself while maybe I'm watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You just never know what's going to pop up next with these deals. And this is not just like the big ticket stuff. Think 30 to 40% off fragrances like from Marc Jacobs and Gucci, $29 Kendra Scott necklaces. I love their necklaces. Cashmere sweaters under $50, North Face hoodies for under $40. Like seriously, reasons that make you excited to check your phone. So here's what I do. I carve out a little daily ritual, coffee in hand, maybe a quick work call. And while I'm on that work call, you know what I'm doing? I'm ignoring them and I'm checking the Macy's deals. And missing one is just not an option because they're literally only for one day. So trust me, if you want a little thrill, a little trick or treat yourself, you know what I'm saying? And a ton of holiday savings, this parade of deals is really where it's at. Check it every day at Macy's.com. Okay, are you ready for a home that smells like you? Do you know that? Like when you go into somebody's house and you're like, oh, that's just your smell. So meet Pura, the premium smart home fragrance diffuser, easily controlled from an app. You schedule, swap, adjust scent, intensity, anytime, anywhere. This week only, subscribe to 2 premium fragrances per month for 12 months, and we're going to send you a Pura Plus starter set free. So that's a $70 value. Supplies are limited, so head over to Pura.com now and grab your free set before the offer ends. I have these all over my house. I'm obsessed. So what was your mindset entering the show? You were like obviously very open. Mm-hmm. You had figured out a lot. Did you go in thinking I'm going to find the one, or did you go in thinking who the hell knows what's about to happen?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was like very hopeful that I would find the one there, but also I didn't want to like set my expectations too high and be disappointed if that didn't happen.
Right. Yeah, because you weren't going to force it.
Yeah. And I think, you know, just having fun with it and being myself. And
do you feel like, because I know a lot of people feel like, oh, I didn't get a fair edit, or I didn't do this, or it didn't seem like me. Like Casey sat here and said, oh, it did not look good. Like it was not, I don't feel like it's me.
I know.
Do you feel like your edit was fair to who you are?
I'd say for the most part, yeah.
Nice.
I was actually like, pleasantly surprised. You know, I think there definitely was some editing work. Like I think,
of course,
I thought I was being very conscious about not talking about money.
Oh, and then
so literally like everything. I mean, yes, there were like certain things that
because it's character building,
right?
You're the successful one.
You literally like like Casey said, there's a whole day about finances. There's a whole day.
So there really is.
Yeah, and like
I was like, they maybe just told her that to f her over. Okay. So there really was.
Yeah, you have like talking points.
See, and that, again, that's character development because they wanted her to be the one that talks about sex. They want you to be the one that talk about money. It could be anyone.
Yeah. Well, and like quite honestly, like, you know, when you are building a life with somebody, you talk about finances. Of course. Like
you also talk about sex. You also talk about, so
I feel like finances and sex are like the two biggest issues
Right.
with couples from what I hear.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I think that was like the one frustrating thing is like, everybody was like, oh, she's so focused on money and blah, blah. And it's like, I'm really not like.
You were like, it was just day 2. I was trying to follow the script.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Because I feel like it's important to me to talk about finances with somebody, especially at this point in my life, especially if you're looking to like everybody, like think about The Bachelor. Everybody just romanticizes the whole thing. And then when you get into the fantasy suites, it's like, let's talk about obviously sex.
Yeah.
Money. If we're going to get engaged at the end of this, these are very important topics, to think about. And so on your show, that just makes sense. You're going to get engaged at the end of it. Yep. Why wouldn't you talk about finances, especially when you're like, is there a prenup? Are you going to be taking what I have? Like, I would talk about it too. Yeah. You worked hard for that.
For sure.
Yeah, that matters.
I think that was the only thing that I was like, and I'm getting called out like, oh, you're so materialistic and whatever. And it's like, I'm really not.
Yeah. You're like, that's that.
Especially like post Hoffman, like I feel like I could do without all the things.
Right.
I really don't give a
Yeah. It's so hard because you will be, if you go on TV, especially reality TV, you will be pigeonholed.
For sure.
That is just a fact.
Yeah.
You are pigeonholed and it is part of who you are, but you're pigeonholed as the successful one who talks about money.
Right.
Who, I know I keep saying Casey, but who else? Like Madison, she was the one where they were like so focused on this problem she had of possibly going blind.
Right.
And
but then I think nothing like,
is she even going to go blind?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, I just feel like that everyone needs a certain pillar and character to be.
Yeah.
You were that. So
Jordan
you can
was
clear
the funny
it up.
single dad.
Yes. That's how reality TV works. We've always got, I was the sexual one on my season. And I was like, that's so funny. Like I'm confident in like my sexuality, but I'm not like the sexual one.
Right.
But that's who I was. I was the Canadian sexual crazy lady.
I love it.
But I loved it too. I was like, well, that is kind of me. So, but it's so interesting because again, people will listen to this podcast and watch it and still want to pigeonhole you.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, at this point, like I can't get out. Like,
yeah.
And no matter what I say, people are still going to be like, oh, that's all she talks about. Or that's her whole personality. And
what's your take? What's your take on leaning into it and fully like making fun of yourself, or using your platform to have a voice for yourself, to stand up for yourself and like say who you actually are?
I don't know if I've figured that out yet.
Yeah. Well, something to think about. You
can
do
fresh.
both.
Yeah.
Also, your perspective must change now that you're a mom on how you show up on social media.
Yeah.
Because I would probably be coming guns blazing, swinging, trying to clap back. And you're like,
I'm so tempted to, but then it's like, why?
Yeah.
Like they don't deserve my energy.
Okay, Taylor Swift. I know. I still am trying to learn that. How did you get cast in the first place?
I applied.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you'd watch other seasons. You're like, I could find somebody this way.
Yeah. I mean, I'd watched like a couple seasons, but I think I'm not a huge reality TV person. This was the only one that I've really ever watched.
Yeah.
So it's kind of appealing. I mean, terrifying.
Of course. How much time are you really spending in those pods? A lot of time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, some days you're in there from like early morning till, well past midnight.
Oof.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to go home?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been like, I'm out of here.
I mean, there was like certain nights because you have the option to go on like night dates and you can choose to, go sleep instead. And so I think there was like one night that I did that because like you're just exhausted.
I can't imagbe how draining that whole process is.
But then even that, you're like, you almost feel like you're getting behind because it's like, man, if I go home and sleep a little bit, then these other girls are going to be possibly dating the same person and they might get a leg up because that's, 4 hours of additional conversation.
Which 4 hours is probably like 4 weeks of dating.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so, I don't think I could do it. Well, I say that, but I come from reality.
It was fun though. I mean, when you're in it, like,
what was the most fun?
No phone, all distractions are removed. Like, and I think you're just almost running on adrenaline at that point.
True. That's true.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun. And I think you learn a lot about yourself. And
what was the highest high and the lowest low?
I mean, the lowest low, like out of the whole process was coming off of it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I think, one, I was super hopeful that it was going to work for me. And that I was, going to walk out of there married.
Mm-hmm.
And when that didn't happen, and then you go from, being around your fiance, being around producers, cameramen, all the things. And you're constantly busy filming, going on dates. And then it's like, it ends and you're by yourself
And you're in a waiting, holding
just
period, so you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that was hard. And, I think it was pretty apparent Jordan and I's relationship was like very real.
Yeah.
And so even though I was the one to end it, like I still really struggled.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You've mentioned in the pods that it felt like a very intense emotional environment. I'm sure it was like parts were fun and parts were heavy, but like what was something that you remember being in there where your nervous system was just wrecked and you're like, I can't believe this is my life right now?
Probably some of my conversations with Mike.
I don't even remember Mike. He was your first connection.
Yeah.
Did it feel, because you said it felt familiar or something, or like,
yeah.
So was it bringing up old feelings of like, am I in the pattern again?
Yeah. Kind of like that. I don't want to use the word boy, but
yeah.
That energy.
I remember. Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, like something feels off about this, but also a little exciting.
Right.
And there were some conversations we had. Like, I think one of them, he was kind of questioning my ability to like run a business and work and also be a mom. And I was like, well, can't a girl have both? Like,
yeah. You're like, hi, I'm a woman. We do it all.
Right.
I don't know if this is news to you, but we're much better at multitasking than men.
Yeah.
So how are you going to keep up with me? That's what I would say. What happened in the pods that we didn't see that you're like, I wish they showed that?
I mean, a lot of things. Like there was like, we played games a lot, which was fun. We listened to music.
Oh, yeah, copyright. They can't show that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a few, like the guys, they did have creative liberties to like, if they wanted to put flowers all over your pod, they could do that. Or like, I think Blake kind of with Anna, he did that whole like decorative camping thing.
Yes.
So like they could do that. And I got both Mike and Jordan one day decorated my pod with like all the flowers, all the candles. And I don't think either of those really got shown.
Oh,
but that like brought me to tears.
I do always like when they put like when they like you have a sushi date or something and do you get to pick your food and drinks and everything?
Yeah. Cause they want it, they want it to resemble real life as much as possible, or like real life dating. So they're like, all right, like choose a meal. And, sometimes it was breakfast, sometimes it was dinner.
Funny. Did you drink wine? Did you drink?
Not a ton in the pods.
Yeah. Cause that was scary. Cause I feel like it would be so easy to just like, loosen things up or get a little.
And again, like I was going in this like very intentionally. Yeah. And so I don't think I even drank anything the first 5 days.
Wow.
And then at that point, I was like, Mama needs a
hit me with tequila in the
cocktail.
veins. For real.
But even then, I was cautious. I think there was, some of the night dates. I got a little bit tipsy, but some of the girls were like pounding shots.
Oh God,
like, no way.
Could you imagine blacking out on television? I can, because I did it once, and it was terrible.
I mean, Baja was pretty close.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What is something that like shocked you about the production of the show that you didn't expect?
I don't know. I mean, I was a little worried, like just how awkward it was going to be having cameras around. Right. But
because they actually have cameramen in there, don't they?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was like easy to get used to it after a while, but I was worried because like, I've had friends on a reality TV show and like,
yeah, it's scary.
You're like, when a camera's on you.
My like biggest problem with TV cameras is I can't not look at them.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at the Golden Bachelor wedding and I literally see Jesse Palmer standing right in front of me and a camera, and I was mid meatball eating, and I just like looked at the camera and was like,
okay.
I just ate the meatball, and I think they even prepped us. They're like, don't look at the cameras. Right. And I was like, like you'd think I would know what I'm doing.
They say like just ignore them, but it's like,
no, I panic every time. And then people are like, you were trying to find the camera. You were so attention seeking. It wasn't about you. And I was like, I was mortified that I was putting a meatball in my mouth, looking down the barrel. I was like, oh shit, here we go. And it was live.
Yeah.
So I was like, they can't edit that out.
Oh, so funny.
Oh God. Anyways, okay. So you had that connection with Mike, but you ended it. Mm-hmm. And then your connection with Jordan entered and you called it unexpected.
Yeah.
What drew you to Jordan, like initially? What was like the initial draw to him?
So, well, kind of backing up, Jordan and I, so you date everybody on the first day. So there were 16 guys, 16 girls.
Yeah.
And that first day we ranked each other 12th. Because I think out of 16, we both ranked each other 12.
Oh.
Yeah. And then.
That ain't good.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, oh.
Because I think he came in hot with like, hey, I'm a dad. I've had a vasectomy. And I was like, ooh, like. you know, I want my kids, or my own kids. So I think just the way he did it, like I appreciate the honesty, but I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then he hated the Sparkle Meg thing, which most of the guys did. But
because they probably imagine you like just like a glitter bomb walking in, just like.
But also like it was kind of a test because like I mean everybody's like you're not even Sparkle. They should call you Dull Megan.
Oh God, that's kind of a funny chirp, but
it is. But it is ironic because like I'm not like my personality is not like bubbly and whatever. So I don't know. It was kind of a test to like weed out like if these guys can't take a joke or like see through that is like literally just a stupid nickname, then you're not for me.
Right. Wait, who was like number 1 through 11 if he was 12?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Who was your number 1?
I think Blake was my number 1 for a while.
Really?
And then he left me.
Is it weird then because obviously I think about Bachelor World and you make such great friends, but also there's some awkwardness. Mm-hmm. Do you get along with all the girls or is there some weirdness because of who you initially?
No, I mean, we were all pretty respectful of one another. And so we kept up until like later in the pod process. Yeah. Everybody was pretty hush hush about who they were dating. But, you know, as time goes on, inevitably, like people are dating the same person and you kind of, even though they're not saying their name. Like I heard Casey one day say something about Luca and I was like, oh, okay. So you're dating Jordan too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what is your take? Because I think you're friends with Casey, are you not?
Yeah.
So I know she got absolutely just torn apart. Yeah. And then the reunion happens and we find out that she was dating Joe. She told me on the podcast. And obviously Madison was not happy about it. Right?
Yeah.
What is your take on all that?
I think it's silly. Like, everybody was dating everybody. Yeah. Like, naturally, I think if it doesn't work out with somebody, there's gonna be curiosity with somebody else.
Makes actually a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because, you know, you have these really, especially like, again, once you get further into the pod days, you know, you're having these deep conversations and like some people even had 2 connections all the way up until the very end. And so like, I think of course, if you don't work out with somebody, it's like, whether it's curiosity, closure, whatever, I think totally natural. And like, I think the shitty thing is that was happening with everybody else too.
Oh, so they just got called out?
Yeah.
Well, did you hook up with someone else?
No.
Oh.
No.
No. Is it known who other people were doing this with, or it's just?
I don't think so, but like, I just feel like it's, people are.
It makes so much sense. I mean, the Bachelor world, I always call it so incest because everybody's dating everybody and you date other people and like, it just happens.
Yeah. Well, and I think like, so when filming initially wrapped, I was still living in LA. So I went back to LA. I didn't go to like the pool party, any of the pod squad get-togethers. But I think that's where like right after filming was done, they were all hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
So it got pretty.
You were busy making babies.
Sticky. Not then.
I'm like, we'll get to the timeline. Oh, I said this the other day when I was at Kat's for dinner. I'm like, the shorter days are coming. It's getting darker earlier. And honestly, that can feel just heavy at times. I feel like this time of year always feels heavy. It's kind of the perfect reminder to check in, you know, not just with your friends or family, but with yourself too. So think about someone you haven't connected with in a while. Maybe it's calling your sweet grandma. I wish I could call mine. Sending a little note to make someone's day or grabbing lunch with a friend that you haven't seen in months. It might feel like a small thing, but those moments remind us that we're not alone. And sometimes taking the first step, whether it's reaching out to someone or scheduling therapy, makes you think, okay, why didn't I do this sooner? I feel that way every single time. That's where BetterHelp comes in. They make finding a therapist absolutely simple, and their fully licensed therapists follow a strict code of conduct, and BetterHelp does the initial matching for you based on a quick questionnaire. And if your first match isn't quite right, you can switch at any time with over 30,000 therapists and an average 4.9 star rating. BetterHelp has already helped over 5 million people worldwide, and this month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Off the Vine listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Vine. That's betterhelp.com/Vine. I think I kept pretending a while back it was cozy season, but it is officially cozy season, okay? The temps are dropping, the PSLs are flowing, and you already know that your girl has swapped out her summer sandals for Bombas. I actually am not kidding. If you've never slid your little footsies into Bombas socks or slippers, you are definitely missing out on a I would say personality changing experience. The materials are just absolute chef's kiss. We're talking merino wool that somehow keeps you warm and cool. Make that make sense? I don't know. Sapima cotton that's next level soft and durable. And that cozy rag wool that basically says it's sweater weather, baby. And it's not just socks. They've got the coziest slippers. I have the Sherpa lined ones, and leaving the house is optional when you have those on. It really is. And what I also love is for every item that you buy, Bombas donates one to somebody experiencing homelessness. So they've donated over 150 million items already, which is just so awesome. Plus they have a happiness guarantee. So if you don't love what you ordered, they'll just make it right. No drama. Head on over to bombas.com/Vine and use code VINE for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Vine, code VINE at checkout.
This episode of Off the Vine is brought to you by Booking.com. Now, I've got to say, if you are looking to grow your vacation rental business, this is the place to be. Booking.com is one of the most downloaded travel apps in the world, and for good reason. Since 2010, they have helped over 1.8 billion vacation rental guests find places to stay. That's billion with a B. But here's the thing. Most vacation rental hosts don't even realize that they can list their properties on Booking.com. And if you're not on the platform, your rental is basically invisible to millions of Booking.com travelers worldwide. After all, they can't book what they can't see, right? But once you start listing on Booking.com, your property gets seen by a massive global audience of unique travelers. That means more visibility, more bookings, and more opportunities to accelerate the growth of your rental business. And it couldn't be any easier. You can register your property in as little as 15 minutes, and nearly half of hosts get their first booking within a week. So if your vacation rental isn't listed on Booking.com, it could be invisible to millions of travelers searching the platform. Don't miss out on consistent bookings and global reach. Head over to Booking.com and start your listing today. Get seen, get booked on Booking.com. Obviously, it's a huge moment to say yes.
Yeah.
You know, before even meeting in person. Mm-hmm. Obviously, everybody's going to have some hesitations, but take us back to that moment. What was running through your head?
I mean, I was excited. Like, I think there were definitely some scaries there, but you know, you get to know this person so well, and it's fun. You're hopeful. I think the reveal was the scarier part. The engagement was like, hell yes, this is my person. I'm doing this. But then,
how many days in between?
I can't remember. It was like pretty quick.
Oh,
you might have had like one day.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think the reveal day, like that's when I was really freaking out.
Yeah.
Because Jordan and I were very good about like not talking about appearance.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had no idea.
No, I think the one question I did ask was his tattoos.
Oh, right. The tattoos.
I have a couple small ones.
Yeah. He had like sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he would just like casually, he would throw out like, oh yeah, like I'm 5'7", I have twig arms, I'm a skinny skater boy. And like, I wouldn't say any, like I wouldn't react to those, but I was like, okay, like,
wait,
yeah, I think he was just trying to throw me off. So I went into reveal day like, oh my gosh, like he's a total gremlin.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, and you still loved him.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
But yeah, so I was like very pleasantly surprised when I was like, 6'3".
Yeah, cute.
Yeah.
Great
so
hair.
It was nice. Yeah.
Tats. Does that bug you that he lied to you?
A little bit, but
yeah.
I think
that's not a good foundation to start on. We lying to each other? Okay.
No, I think he was just trying to honor like the nature of the experiment. And, like,
that's fair.
Throw in little nuggets.
Did you have an idea he was joking, or did you really?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he jokes about
everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long are you waiting there before those doors open and you see them?
It's a little while.
Like 10 minutes an hour?
No, not 10 minutes.
Longer?
No, just like it was a few minutes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like it was like 45 minutes of me standing there.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you finally meet Jordan in person. What was your honest reaction in your head when you saw him? Obviously shock because you didn't expect him to look that way. But did everything add up otherwise? Like the chemistry?
Yeah. Well, and I was a little nervous because I had seen previous seasons where like people are like, oh, your voice doesn't match up with, this person that's standing in front of me. Yeah. But like immediately with him, it was like, oh no, like
this makes sense.
Yeah, that's you.
And he felt the same way.
Yeah. And I think it was cool because I've also, we've seen super awkward encounters.
Yeah.
And I'm not one, like I cannot hide my feelings. And so I was like, oh shit.
I couldn't either.
But no, and I think it was nice that he had pictures of Luca to show me and like we had things to do and like talk about other than just like okay.
I thought it was really cool that when you guys, you go do these vacations and then you go meet families. I really respected that, one, you guys didn't put him on TV, Luca, but two, that his ex was so chill about everything and like open to that.
Yeah, I think she was hesitant.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't say chill, but hesitant is so acceptable.
100%.
And then to meet you, and from what you said, she seemed lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, well, and I think that's where, it's funny. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you begged to meet Luca. And it's like, well, one, we are about to get married.
Right.
Like, and Jordan and I talked about this at length. Like, he wanted me to meet Luca.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet Luca. Like, we wanted the three of us to see what life would be like together. So we all, we're very transparent going into this on what to expect. I was very adamant about meeting Luca's mom prior to meeting Luca. And that kept getting pushed just because like our schedules weren't meeting up, or like she would kind of like, one day it was like, oh yeah, like let's do it. And then the next like, I don't know. And so I think that's where like my frustration was coming in. Like, hey, we're 2 weeks into Denver now and I still have yet to meet your son.
Right.
And at that point it was like less than 2 weeks before we were supposed to get
I'd be
married
too. I would be on my hands and knees like, please, for the love of God, let me meet your son.
Right.
We're about to get married. Yeah.
So
people just didn't get that.
I guess not.
I don't understand the world. You believe in signs, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to Hoffman, that was like something I walked away with, was just like blinking lights were my sign. And I like so clearly asked for them. And it was crazy how much they slapped me in the face. Like blinking lights whenever I needed it. It was wild.
Yeah.
Like above my head in the hotel room after, like just everywhere I needed it and I would ask for it, I would see it. And I was like, this is wild. Cause I just feel like I was so spiritually aligned at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And going into that, you'd just gone through that process and all the things that I know come with it. And Jordan, his son, Luca, obviously had type 1 diabetes, the same condition that your father had.
Yeah.
As if you don't see that as a sign.
Yeah.
Even if it's a sign of you're on the right path.
Right. Well, and I think like looking back, I think I might have put a little more weight on that than what it was worth. But, I fully believe in signs. And to your point, like, I think even though it didn't end up, Jordan and I
weren't supposed to do that.
Right. Like, I think that was a part of my whole journey and has led me where I am today. So.
Right. Because obviously you are where you're supposed to be now. And that was the path that took you there. But I'm sure that like took you both to a different, deeper level by having that sort of connection and being able to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like, my dad, I was almost like, I don't want to say his parent, but like he took care of himself for the most part. But like there were a lot of times where I'm like, hey, Dad, like you need some sugar, like check your blood sugar. And like I took care of my dad.
And understanding that and knowing how that
and so
works.
I think like that was what was cool for me, like, stepping into this child's life.
Yeah.
And having that knowledge, because somebody who's not familiar with, type 1 diabetes, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I've never had to deal with it. I wouldn't have a clue.
Right.
And then obviously things changed for the two of you.
Yeah.
At what point did you start to realize the relationship was not a right fit?
Yeah. So Jordan and I it was like, I think 10 days before we were supposed to get married. We had our first day off without cameras, without work, whatever. And it was just the two of us. And he and I... So we went to like go get our nails done. We went out to lunch. We went to Topgolf, and I saw a totally different side of him, like just quiet, super quiet. And I think some of that, we talked about on the show, how like even when he comes home from work, it's like pulling teeth to get conversation out of him.
Yeah.
But like
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
That first day, like that whole day we had together, I was like, oh man, like this is the time I would think that you would have, like we would want to have fun and like say all the funny things and whatever that we, the getting to know you's beyond.
Now, do you think that's who he was, or do you think he was having second thoughts?
No, I think it was who he was, but I also think like he was very exhausted and like, and he said that, like, he was like, listen, I'm tired. And even that was like starting to annoy me because I was like, I'm tired too. Like,
right.
And granted, like he was working a lot more than I was. So I should have given him a little more grace.
But you're probably paranoid at this point a little too. Like there's paranoia kicking in that you're marrying this person.
Well, yeah. And it's like, I'm tired too, but I'm giving it my all.
Yeah.
And like, I'm continuing to show up and like have fun with you and ask you questions and do all the things. And like, I didn't feel like I was getting that in return.
So that was kind of a pivotal moment for both of you.
Yeah.
in the
And he kept
relationship.
saying like, this is not me. This is not me. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I'm like, okay, but I'm about to marry you in 10 days. And like, you're telling me one thing, but you're showing me another. And like, do I marry you on the leap of faith? Like that you are a little more lively and
right.
we have more in common, or I don't know. Like it was very confusing.
Again, which is so interesting that people probably had so many opinions about that. Yeah. If it's you're trying to find your husband, he's trying to find his wife.
Right.
Why are you not allowed to have thoughts and questions and concerns?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
As I'm sure he did too.
Yeah.
Do you find the internet picking sides?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people are Team Jordan. A lot of people are on my side. Like I think they see both sides.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Do
interesting.
you see both sides?
For sure.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But I think if you took this whole money thing that is annoying me now out of the equation, this would be a completely different story. And I think people would be more apt to see both sides and like see where I was coming from, you know, like, yeah, you are about to marry this person and like, these are real differences. And like,
yeah, we're not just swiping right.
I mean, yeah,
dating.
I know it was a little more high stakes with Luca involved, but Jordan equally chose to be a part of this experiment, knowing that could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't like I intentionally dragged it out. Like we literally gave it our all till the last possible minute.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about many times, like if we're both not 110%, let's not do this because it's not fair to either of us. It's not fair to our families. And so that's where I think like maybe in my edit, I got a little gypped because I think it just looks like I ripped the rug out under from Jordan. And like, that was not the case.
Mm-hmm. So what do you wish people knew?
I mean, I think
that's not the case. You're like, I just said.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously Jordan, he said he would have gone to the altar and said yes. So, you know, ultimately it was my decision, but.
Oh, he would have said yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we had so many conversations about it and there was a mutual understanding and respect. And I think it's like, that's what's frustrating that.
You're like, if we can respect each other, why can't you guys respect us? What did the producers say? Do you keep in touch with them?
Not really. I mean, a little bit, but not. Yeah. I mean, they were honestly like very supportive and
I bet. Yeah.
Kind of like therapists.
I always think of the good ones are like therapists. Yeah. Actually, even the bad ones are. But I mean, they're all just doing their job, but they really are good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was an unprecedented situation, like having Luca as a part of this. And so they were very accommodating with however we wanted to handle it.
Yeah. I feel like your breakup out of most breakups stunned people the most.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people really saw you guys working it out.
Yeah. And like I said, like we tried until the last possible, like that, the day we broke up was the day before we were supposed to get married.
Yeah. Wow.
And that, I think the crummy thing too, like that wasn't shown, like we had conversations off camera that whole week, like hashing through the pros and cons of like going through with this or not going through with it, or, you know,
that must be so hard to choose to break up.
Yeah.
Knowing that in maybe a different circumstance, it could have worked.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, you're all in the same city. I know you went back to LA.
Yeah.
Did you ever come back to Denver?
Yeah.
And
like
have you run into him?
Not Jordan or no, so we didn't see each other for like a solid year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then you saw each other for the reunion.
Yeah.
How was that? I know you're in such a different place in life at that point, but
yeah, no, it was fine. And he looks good. He looks healthy and happy. And
yeah.
That's
good. I like healthy relationship endings. But I mean, people and you were talking about having, you know, doubts about being a stepmom. I think the internet is probably saying all these things about like lifestyle differences, your readiness to be a mom. Obviously your mindset has shifted and but walk us through that whole topic.
Yeah. Well, I think like in the moment, you know, you're questioning everything. And, you know, I think it's easy to try and find like grasp at straws and try and find like, why didn't this work? And, you know, I think just our commonalities in general. And like, I'm kind of sick of using the word lifestyles.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was the biggest piece. But I think it's easy to be like, man, I don't know. Like, am I mom material?
Right.
It's easy to question a lot of things. Yeah. I mean, I know in that moment it was just a little.
You're just questioning everything.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Yeah. I think it makes sense to have, I know paranoia sounds wrong, but I would have paranoid thoughts of like, what if? Yeah. This is a very life-altering decision.
Right.
Like, things should be 110% to step in as a stepmother.
For sure.
Like, that's
and I think I put a little too much pressure on myself. Like, I've always said, when I finally get married, I don't want to get divorced. Like, because I have had so much divorce in my family and friends and whatever. And,
You're just being impeccable with your word.
Yeah. Well, and I was having like those thoughts like, okay, well, maybe I go through with this and Jordan and I can always get divorced. But I'm like,
what am I saying?
What the like, I shouldn't be going into my wedding thinking like, well, I can always get divorced.
Right.
Like,
because it's real. I mean, I couldn't believe when I found out that it actually, you are signing real papers. You are really married. What disappointed me was that you guys get cheap rings.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
we were looking, this was not shown. So we were looking at different rings. I mean, my ring was beautiful, but.
Sure, but it ain't real. That's crazy to me that I thought, but the fact that you guys get to keep them, where did you do with that ring?
It's still just in my safe.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, the whole like give back the ring or do this or I'm like, guys, it's not what you think it is. Yeah. It's not like a bachelor ring that costs like $90,000 and you have to, but you have to give it back. If you don't make it past 2 years, you give it back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I still have mine. Okay, you guys, the holidays are just around the corner and I am so ready to start getting my space all festive. Did I already get my Christmas lights up? Maybe. I just purchased this gorgeous, huge mirror for my new Pilates room. And honestly, it completely just transformed the whole vibe when you walk in the room. Obviously, you need a mirror in front of you for Pilates, but this mirror is chic. I also started picking up some holiday decor because if there is one thing Wayfair nails, it is making your home feel happy and unique. Wayfair has everything from sofas to spatulas, from linens to serveware, from rugs to wall art. And right now, their Black Friday sale is on, so you can score up to 70% off on all kinds of home essentials, no matter your style. And I just love that they have pieces that you can't find anywhere else. So if you walk into my space, it really does feel like me, not something that I've just seen 100 times over and over again. Plus, shipping is fast and easy, even on the big stuff, and they make it simple to get everything set up in your home. And if you're anything like me, you love getting rewards, and Wayfair's loyalty program gives you 5% back on every single purchase across their brands, free shipping, members-only sales, and more. So don't miss out on early Black Friday deals. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals for up to 70% off. That's WAYFAIR.com. Sale ends December 7th. Okay, if you guys have ever struggled with thinning or shedding hair, you know that it can feel like super frustrating. And honestly, I thought all of those hair growth products were just hype until I found Nutrafol. Nutrafol just isn't like anything else. It's physician formulated, it's clinically tested, and even more recommended by dermatologists. I've been using it for years now, and results have just actually been shocking. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. So you can feel confident about what you're putting in your body too, because it's NSF Contents Certified, which is basically the gold standard in third-party supplement testing. And unlike other products that just look at ingredients, Nutrafol actually clinically tests their formulas to measure growth, thickness, shedding, and texture. So adding it to your routine is super easy, no prescription needed, automated deliveries, free shipping, and if you do go the subscription route, you can save up to 20% plus get free one-on-one naturopathic doctor support and a Headspace meditation membership to help your overall wellness. How cute is that? See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code VINE. So find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. That's spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. Nutrafol.com, promo code VINE. Okay, so you guys are on fine terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you saw each other, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Are you like in any way friendly? Like, do you talk, or did he congratulate you when?
Yeah. So prior to the show airing, we kind of were checking in with one another. I thought that was like big of him, kind of to do like a wellness check.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it was funny, like he actually, because I think we've both seen how reunions in the past go, and when people like
when they
aren't
build
on
it
the
up
same page
yeah.
or like whatever. So he had reached out this summer and wanted to get like lunch or whatever. And like at that point I was like 9 months pregnant, but also trying to keep that under wraps.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I'm really busy.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe in a couple, like maybe closer to the reunion.
So nobody knew you were pregnant.
Some people said they heard rumblings, but yeah, I like kept it very quiet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so, I mean, my plan was always to tell Jordan because
Yeah.
I did not like, he and I were big on like not blindsiding each other, but it became like a timing thing. Cause I'm like, I don't want to share that too soon.
Right.
But then I also like, I'm not going to spring it on him at the reunion, but it's like, I don't know. And then he did hear, I think there started to be rumblings like the first day episodes were airing.
Yeah.
Some douchebag slid into his DMs and said like, it was totally not totally false, but they were like, oh, Megan is hiding a secret baby with Mike.
Oh God.
I know. I'm like, well, half of that's, I mean, I have a baby, but not with
not
Mike.
Mike. Oh my gosh. Who's spreading those
I
kind
don't
of
know.
rumors? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Also, it's so like, imagine your job being like paparazzi and
Yeah.
like spoiling somebody's magical moment of
I
when
know.
they want to share their news with the world.
Yeah.
Did that bug you when paparazzi was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like, it was one, so
Scary
it
too,
was
like
like,
you feel violated.
yeah, it was like those reality blogger gals that first, I don't know how they heard about it. I mean, they must have had
Who
like,
was it?
Reality Ashley and some Ricky
Oh.
gal. They have a fairly new podcast, but they must have like eyes and ears that attended the reunion or somehow it got back to them. So they announced on their podcast, like somebody has a baby, but they didn't say who. And then the next day, this paparazzi shit comes out and they say who it was. And then of course she hops on. She's like, well, I wasn't going to say it and spoil her news, but now that it's out, I'm like, ugh,
Oh, I don't
piss
like
off.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a blissful, magical time
Yeah.
for the parents to be keeping something so sacred, and it should be your
Yeah.
timeline to tell that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened.
Well, yeah. And then there's accusations like, oh, she called the paparazzi on herself. I'm like, piss off,
Oh my
people.
God, people always think that. That happened on Big Brother. This guy, Vinny, who I don't think wanted any attention after the show. They're like, he called paparazzi on himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, he for sure didn't, because
And why would I want to ruin my moment at the no.
yeah. That's so silly. I mean, there are people out there that would do that, but I believe you. Okay, when you all come back together for the reunion, there's obviously things that happen. Is there anything that you wish you would have been prepared for that you weren't on the reunion?
I don't know. I mean, I think I kept it a little too, not PC, but like,
Ooh.
I just wish I would have chimed in on some other people's
Like
happenings.
what? Do it
but-
now. What are the things you wanted to chime
No,
in on?
I don't know. I mean, Casey even like
Yeah.
the audience was literally like booing.
That's so
and I'm like,
sad.
come on, people. Like,
That should be stated by the production and Vanessa and Nick. Like, do not boo
yeah,
anybody.
Yeah.
That's
and so
an awful feeling.
things like that. I don't know. I didn't want to interject myself in people's business, but it's like,
I mean, I can't remember. What are other things that happened that
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the other couples still, it was like he said, she said, and
Yeah.
whatever. And like, I think Jordan and I have carried ourselves, very maturely throughout this whole thing and like really respect one another.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think I didn't feel like I needed to change that. Or
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Who's the guy that you said was your number one? Blake.
like,
What do you feel about Blake?
he's like such a nice guy.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He like showed up at the end of the reunion. Yeah. I mean, he's like your typical like finance bro.
Yeah. That's so funny. From your vantage point, did you feel that there was anyone that you were like, they should have made it or they should have broke up a lot sooner? Like, what was your take on the couples who, 'cause I can't believe nobody got married.
Yeah.
What, do you think there's anyone that you're like, oh, you guys should have tried harder?
I don't know. I feel like it was just a lot of mismatches,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Do you think that's on casting? Or do you think it's just the way the cookie crumbles?
No, yeah, I think it's the way. I mean, because that's the beauty of this experiment, right? Is
Right.
that like they bring 16 guys and 16 girls together, but like who knows how it's gonna end? Like
Right.
there's so many possibilities out of that. What is that? 16 times 16? Yeah, I mean, I think it was just to your point, like the way the cookie crumbled, just wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's too bad because I just love the ones that now are having babies. Like, obviously you are having babies, but that got married. I'm so happy for you. Would you ever do another reality show?
I don't know.
Probably not dating, obviously.
No,
but.
not dating. Yeah. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Not for a while.
What were people's reaction when you said you had a baby? Because I don't know how edited it was on the reunion.
Yeah.
Or was that everybody's true reaction?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And I think it was because obviously there were those rumblings.
Yeah.
The week before. So I feel like everybody kind of already knew, which
That's true.
Was annoying. But
it's so annoying.
My producer, she was there and I don't think she had any idea. And she was on camera, and she was the one crying.
Oh yeah.
She was so sweet.
Oh, I love that. I feel like it's so exciting now that you fast forward, you go through all of this, you have a healthy-ish type breakup. It's sad it doesn't work out, but you meet Paul from freaking Hoffman connection. I'm obsessed with that fact.
I know.
So you said that it moved pretty fast with him.
Yeah.
Was it one of those moments where you're like, this is my person?
Yeah.
And how hard is that to now be in a public eye with a new partner, having to relive that while being a new mom? And that must be hard on the relationship.
Yeah, honestly, we've handled it with grace. I will say he's handled it with grace.
Good.
I mean, he's been nothing but supportive, and I was a little worried because that is hard.
Yeah, I would find that very hard. Yeah,
yeah, it's hard to rewatch that, but this was a year and a half ago. I feel like I'm a totally different person, and I think it's cool for him to even learn more about me, and
even to see how far you've come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's been awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about him?
He really gets me out of my shit, the emotional intelligence and being vulnerable.
Oh,
nice. He definitely took or was able to run with more of the Hoffman stuff than I was, or he really leans into it and does the daily.
Wow. Good for him.
I know.
I goosed that real quick.
Yeah. I need to do a lot more.
I would like to go back and do,
We should do Q2.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul did it and he said it was awesome.
Really? Yeah, I've always wanted to go back and do Q2.
But yeah, so he's really good about that, where sometimes I fall off of my practices. So he's very good about okay, I'm feeling this, or it's okay to feel this, and let's talk about our feelings.
How nice
and I'm
is that? I know. It's so funny. I crave that out of somebody, and then when I have it, I'm well, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm no, I don't want to be vulnerable now.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that you two can bond over that.
Yeah.
And have that. I used to say, I remember a guy in my group, he was like, is it bad to put it in your dating profile, we'll only date if you've been to Hoffman? Because I'm I get that. I would love to have somebody who went to Hoffman or has done just a lot of work on themselves.
Well, I think that's why we did move so quickly, because we both were holy shit, you've done the work, I've done the work, let's fucking go.
Yeah,
and
that's
we did.
awesome. And we did. Well, obviously, congratulations.
Thank you.
Brooks, the cutest
so
name
cute.
ever. How old is he now?
3 months.
3 months. Oh, he's just new.
Little peanut.
So you were here to, do you need to pump?
After this, yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you need water? I haven't had a sip of this.
I'm good.
You go, okay.
I know, that's been interesting. This is my first time really traveling. I mean, we went to the reunion.
Yeah. Did you bring the baby?
Yeah.
Are you guys talking about marriage? Obviously, probably. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Before that, you shared that your labor did not go as planned.
Oh my Lord.
You wanted natural, which I would too, but you can't plan that. You had to have an emergency C-section.
Yeah.
Scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not horribly scary. So I went to 41 weeks.
Whoa.
I know. It was brutal.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And did go into labor naturally. And so I was laboring for 20 hours at home. And so they don't want you to go to the birthing center until you hit I think it's 311. So your contractions are 3 minutes apart, lasting a minute for over an hour. It might have been even 2 hours.
Right.
So I was I didn't hit that point until 15 hours into labor.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he was posterior. So his back was.
Oh, honey.
So yeah. So he wasn't in
just
that.
trying to get out of there. He wasn't
in the
right
ideal position. So we were at the birth center. My water finally broke and there was meconium in it, which is poop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that
I've heard of
means
this
that,
happening.
yeah, that means that they're in distress.
And because they ingest that.
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
bless.
we had to take an ambulance to the hospital, which was like, that in and of itself was traumatic. Because
Yeah.
you're having like, it was way more painful than I ever thought.
Yeah.
And I like have a pretty high pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It got pretty crazy.
Yeah. And
so wow, then you had to go to an emergency C-section.
Yeah. So we got to the hospital, got an epidural, and then they waited 3 hours and kind of stabilized the both of us, like put a little more fluid up there. And we're continuing to monitor his heartbeat. But it was like, okay, he doesn't like that position. Get in all fours. He doesn't like that position. Like roll on this side. And then finally, like,
how are you even doing that while you're just numb?
I can I had some mobility.
My gosh.
But yeah, it was finally, they were like, all right, like, you know, it wasn't like super dangerous, but they were like, we need to get him out. And I was, at that point, I'm like,
do it.
Go.
Yeah.
Like,
go down my
I just
throat.
want him here safely. Like,
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. So you guys, okay, that's what I wanted to get to next. You're talking about marriage.
Yeah.
So you meet, it's the one, you're fast and furious, got a baby. I love a non-traditional route. I do. I would do the same thing. Not that it's my business, but I do have to do my job and ask, like, what do you know when you're going to get married?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we talk about it.
Are you guys engaged?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you just talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and I think it's for sure coming.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Ooh, that's so exciting. Have you like looked at rings?
Yeah.
Aw, sweetness. What do you want? I always want to know because I'm like, I want one day.
I mean, I'm
for the
definitely,
third time.
I'm like a gold girly.
Oh yeah.
So definitely gold, but I think just like simple solitaire emerald. Yeah.
Emerald.
They're like the rectangular ones. Just like a really like classic.
Yes, I love that.
Pretty.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, amazing. And for fans who have watched your journey, what do you want people to know about this next chapter of your life? Like, what are you looking forward to? What do you want to do? Because I feel like you're an authentic person, and I feel like you want to move forward with like, you know, what's actually right for you and aligned with you.
Yeah.
But what do you think is next?
I don't know. I mean, I've stepped away from, I was at the time of the show, I was creating my own business or starting my own business. And I've stepped away from that just to kind of be in my mommy era. So I don't know. I mean, it's been a lot just navigating motherhood now and then all of this. So
yeah,
like, I feel like I haven't had time to like come up for air even.
What are you doing to take care of your mental health right now?
I mean, lots of baby snuggles.
Yeah. I would do the same.
Honestly, and like I'm very intentional when I'm with my son.
Yeah.
Not to be on my phone. Yeah. I think that's like one of the biggest things is just
it's
quality time with family, and
yeah.
I've got amazing friends and support system. So
I love that. That's important. Okay, the last little part I have to talk about. In a show like Love is Blind, do you believe that looks do not matter?
I'd like to.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think it's clear. Like we've seen, I mean, Casey and Patrick and, you know, countless other past people. Like, I think they do.
Well, the thing is, it's all what your vision is. So like some people would be attracted to somebody that I might not be. Like people I find somebody better looking when I know their personality. Yeah. Like it's all kind of relative to who you are and what you want. But I always think that because I'm like, I think looks matter, but that doesn't mean they need to look like this.
No, yeah.
To be attractive.
Yeah.
Now,
and it's funny. Like, I feel like, I mean, do you have like a typical type?
I used to think I did. I used to like have a thing for blondes.
Oh.
Blonde hair, blue eye guys. I used to be like, that's it. But now I'm like, I kind of love a dad bod.
Yeah.
Maybe like a bit of a receding hairline. Like somebody who's just a good human I find hot.
Yeah.
Good style.
Yeah.
Funny, kind, wants to change the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What is your usual type?
I mean, I used to, like, I think in like high school, I went for the tall, dark, and handsome, but I think now it's like the same thing.
Yeah, I've had blonde, blue eyes. I've had tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great.
Right.
But there's so much more to it.
Right. And I think Hoffman too, like that was, again, you go for more of like who they are.
Yeah. And that makes them attractive.
Yeah.
I totally think that. If you were giving advice to someone watching the show, thinking about applying to Love is Blind or thinking about love going into it in 2026, what would you say?
Ooh, buckle up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's half joking.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah. I mean, I think be yourself and be authentic, because it's, you know, again, like I'm really proud of both Jordan and I and our journey. And like, I think we both showed up very authentically and genuinely.
Yeah, I think that came across.
Yeah. Because I think if you don't, it's very easy to see.
Yes.
And two, that's when they can spin the shit out of your story, you know?
That's so true. You give them all the opportunity in the world because they're going to see who you really are.
Yeah.
The producers and the editors.
Yeah. And so that's where I think Jordan and I both, I think he would say the same thing. Like, I feel like we, you know, I feel like I got a pretty good edit.
Yeah, because you were being authentic.
Yeah, because I was me.
And you can't change that.
And I wasn't bullshitting. I wasn't doing anything. Like, that's who I was. That's who I am.
Do you think there were people on there that weren't being authentic?
I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm like,
no comment.
I'm like not breaking eye contact. I'm like, say it. Say who. I want to know. Yeah. Anyone else that you were like, I should have given them more of a chance, or I should have cut them earlier?
Maybe cut Mike earlier.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no, I think like some of the people that fell out of my rankings, it was just like, oh, well, sad to see them go. But
yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, this is finally, I always make my guests do a confession on the podcast of something embarrassing. It could be from the third grade. It could be from yesterday. It could be from childbirth. It could be something that you're like, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this. It's embarrassing. What comes to mind? You thought of something? Yeah,
speaking of childbirth, again, this is props to Paul, but like him having to like help me change diapers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, blessings on Paul. We love Paul. That is important, though.
It's important, but women
all wear diapers
especially
after.
For a woman that's like, I can do it all.
Yeah, that'll like soften you up.
Here,
real
honey,
quick.
change my diaper.
Oh, I mean, what else are you gonna
diaper.
do?
Yeah,
because C-section, you can't like hold.
It was You're
in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and you can't really like bend down.
Yeah.
Like even like pick up your legs or
right. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, look, all of my friends and my sister have told me I've been there for some of their birth stories. Like it is. Women are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, true heroes.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
But yeah,
well,
never thought I'd be wearing diapers.
Yep. Doesn't every pregnant woman who has a baby have to wear diapers?
Do not cut that as a clip. Put that online. I will kill you.
Hey, the editing's out of my hands. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you for taking us along the ride with you through this whole thing. And I am really excited to see you lean into your feminine mom era.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you're not a boss at the same time.
Exactly.
You still are. Women can do it all.
You can have both.
You can have more than two. You can be a boss while being a mom, while being confused, while being lost, while figuring out your life, while wearing diapers. Ain't that the truth? Amen.
I love it.
Bye, everybody.